What's up, you guys? Thank you for stopping by my channel, Esteemed Queen Mentality. Be sure that you like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell down below so that way you're able to know when we have all our tea talks. My bad, y'all. I was looking all into the camcorder, making sure I got my memory ID card all up in there. Anyhow, I hope everyone had a great Valentine's Day, even for the ones who may not have had a Valentine's, quote unquote. Yes, you do, because I love you. And if you don't think I love you, trust me, the universe does, because you're still living, you're still breathing, you're still eating, you're still here. So someone had you on their mind, okay? So if you're interested in the warrior community, everything it has to offer, the webinars, the behind the scenes access, the tea talk book club, etc., go over to Patreon. We'll be more than happy to welcome you into our community, so on and so forth. I think I got all of my housekeeping announcements out the way. But anyhow, I hope everyone is doing well. So get your water, get your wine, get whatever it is that you sipping on, get it and get it close. Okay, so like I said, everyone, I hope they've had a great weekend, a great Valentine's Day. And I just want to go back a little bit in time. I want to go back a little bit in time with this conversation with y'all, because I think we honestly should have it. It is not so much of the lesson this person learned behind it, but so much the lesson we can take from it. That's what I love about what I learned, how I learned, how the universe has helped me be able to learn certain things, because at the end of the day, somebody else's dumbass decisions is going to be, especially if you're paying attention, eyes wide open, not, closed, you'll be able to get a better perspective about certain things that you want. I did over the weekend a video called Bland Manifestations, okay? And so we should apply that to the Gorilla Glue girl. Now, mind you, this girl is 40, so I should be calling her a woman or a queen at this point. So I feel like she should be well saturated in her confidence at this point. Ain't no got to be glue, no gorilla hairspray gonna haul off and give that to you. You gotta have that inside out. You feel me? So needless to say, we go through these dire straits. She went through these dire ass straits to, get her hair taken care of, what the hell ever. I mean, I watched some of the videos about it, but if it's just not common sense, are you going to entertain it? I think not. I know I didn't. But the thing I do want to take away from this and being effective is, if we just had Valentine's Day. And sometimes those bland manifestations will really help you realize something. And I think I realized something too. I would love a relationship that was just as strong as that damn spray on her damn scalp. Oh, when I tell you, there is a difference between bonds and connections. You hear me? It's a big ass difference between bonds and connections. See, bonds, you get rid of with water. You get rid of with water. Don't take that much, just a little warm water and some Dawn will get everything you need separated. And if you have it, a little olive oil. But a bond does not last very long. But them connections, girl, connection like how her old girl had that glue to her scalp. Now that's what you're looking for. That's what you want. That's what you want to seal the deal with whatever it is that you decide that you want to do with your life moving forward. I don't care if that's you just signing up for the Dream Entrepreneurship webinar to focus on yourself, get your bag right, get your life right, enjoy life more, work less, you name it. But when we flip all this hair glue stuff to real life, bonds, let me tell you something. When I think of bonds, I think of, certain friendships alongside when you move on in life. It comes to a point that, time just separates y'all. Growth separates y'all. Seasons separate y'all. Lessons separate y'all. But when it comes down to them damn connections, honey, they're odd. And they're hard to break. Because see, if someone's connected That means even if you were to walk in the house and try to tell them, you know, you had a day that wasn't out of the ordinary, but your mannerisms, your demeanor, the octaves in your voice, all of that, they can tell from the slightest hair-like fracture in your voice what you've been up to. And so a connection that strong, it's going to be very hard for you to keep up a lie if you're not confronted in the first place. See, when you know someone that much, and you know someone that deep, it's not a thing of you knowing someone, you know, oh, I've known someone for such years. That's great, but how deep do you know them? That's what I want to talk about. That's what I want to talk about. You know, how deep? How deep is your love? Go ahead, girl. Anyway, look. It is early in the morning. It's so early in the morning. But nonetheless, yeah. It don't matter how long y'all been together. That's great. People can fake for years, honey. But how deep do you know them? You know, how deep is that bond? Is it so deep it's a connection? Or is it easy to separate, given what it needs and what it takes to get it there? And so, when, y'all, check this out. I brought this sweater, side note, I brought this sweater, I want to say almost 10 years ago, right? I always believe that if you spend good money on good clothing, good fabric, it will last you a good long while, especially if you have a variety. And I'm just getting to this point of wanting to, you know what I'm saying, I got to add wardrobe stylists to my whatchamacallit and everything. So, because, you know, I get tired of the sweatpants and the sweatshirts and stuff. Yes, I like to be comfortable. Yes, I am tomboyish as all get out. But at the end of the day, I can still flip it, clean it up, okay? But anyhow, this sweater is a 2X. A 2X. And I'm all about a medium large at this point. The last 3 weeks, I lost literally like 3.5 inches off of my waist. So, you know, the waist, the arms, everything. Like, if y'all really want to lose some weight, go ahead and take those carbohydrates up out your diet. Add you some apple cider vinegar tablets, some grapefruit juice twice a day. And if you're going to do anything, eat a salad. You can have as much meat on it as you want, as much dressing on it as you want. But you got to make sure that you drink that grapefruit juice, okay? And then just cut down on your sugars. It's not so much you cutting out what you like. It's just cutting it back, cutting it down. I've always been a person, like, when I was in high school, I was like $150. And then when I got out of high school, that was 14 years ago. I'm still within that same weight class as what I was in high school. Though my metabolism slowed down, shit, my logic didn't. I know certain things my body can't process. So I'd rather it go all the way through than it to stay in and be hard to get the hell out. So, this sweater is definitely showing. This sweater is definitely showing. But nonetheless, anyhow. Yeah, like how deep do you know this person? Because at the end of the day, I think at this point, I would prefer to have a connection than to have a bond. Because if it's that easy for you to separate away from me, honey, well, all the love that I give, honey, it won't meant for us to be together. You know what I'm saying? It's just like if you jump in the pool with your lace front on. I take mine off. I don't care. Like, look, I love me inside out, not outside in. I care less about what anybody else got to say. But when it comes to me having to preserve and look at them receipts to see how much shit costs, oh no, boo-boo, here you go. Here. I can deal with my hair. I can deep condition my hair. But boy, it's hard to get chlorine out of synthetic, Malaysian, Brazilian. I don't care. It's just hard. And that's exactly how your hair gonna be. But nonetheless, here I go off topic again. But here I go nonetheless. If it's that easy for you to slip up out of my grasp, regardless of how much effort we both put into it, it won't for you. It won't for you. And it's cool, because you know what? The one thing about connections is just like cement glue. It's just like that Gorilla Spray girl. She learned. Like, okay, your pores do work, but they damn sure gonna haul off and take a hard hit, all because of the lessons behind what you put yourself through. You feel me? So I think through going through a cycle of bonds, now I understand what it means to respect a connection. Because I don't feel like you should rip my heart out no more than you should rip my hair follicles. And I don't believe I should be so easy to give away, as easy as a bond is able to be loosened. But what I do know is that regardless if it's to my scalp, or regardless if it's a person that I know deep enough, I will always be sure that I remember that I'm either deeply rooted in myself, to know that I don't have to go through all of those leaps and bounds. But also when it comes to you wanting to elevate your relationships, now let's just make sure you think about that while you twirling your pasta next time, and you taking a moment to use the excuse that your mouth is full just to look at this person and be like, are you a bond or a connection? Because remember, bonds, ooh, honey, even rainwater, the slightest thing, the wind moving, child, they gone. They like Forrest Gump on that ass. Gone. But them connections, those connections create marriages. They create longevity. They create moments where it's very hard to find these days. It's very hard to find these days. But you know those 50-year-old, 70-year-old loves, not in age, but in time they spent together. That's connection. Okay? If y'all hear trash man, it's because I paid. They come because, you know what? I make sure I pay the bill. So Monday they can come and dump all the trash they want in the neighborhood, by all means. But nonetheless, yo, my dad hauled off and told me his next door neighbor doesn't pay his trash bill. So they take their trash and they take it somewhere else and dump it. The gag is, the plot twist is that my father lives all the way out in the country. All the way out in the country. So I'm like, Dad, where the fuck is he taking it to? Where the fuck is he taking it to? A landfill? Can't you get arrested for that? Ain't that a violation? Ain't it? Child. I can't say nothing because my dad has a bird sanctuary around his house. So, and mind you, he owns a bit of land. So there's only but so much he can do. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's your next door neighbor. I don't care where they dump their trash as long as it don't come on this side. But nonetheless, yeah, you got to think about these connections. It's been a long weekend. I don't know about y'all for Valentine's Day, but I was busy making money, so it's just been a minute. Anyhow, yeah, just think about that. Bonds and connections. You know, I understand young love is temporary love. And they always try to say the older you get, the stronger your relationship should be. But I don't believe that. I really don't. Y'all can tell me down in the comments if y'all do. I just feel as if, like, if you know someone deeply, if you're connected deeply, it's not so much an advantage for you to know who they are, but it's just the fact of y'all two have two hearts. You know what I'm saying? Each other's heart understands where each other is. And I think that's all of just kind of like a communication thing too. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, let Gorilla Glue Girl be an example to all of us. You know, not so much of the hairspray. You know, love yourself for yourself. You know, it is what it is on that. But I mean, if she gonna be the human life example of how we would want our relationships to be in life, I would definitely prefer for them to be connected. not bonded. But y'all let me know. So be sure that y'all like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell down below if you're interested in anything going on in our warrior community. We have stuff popping off every week. Be sure to head over to our warrior membership club that is available on Patreon. Outside of that, I'll be excited to read all of your comments, and I will converse with y'all on the next Tea Talk. Bye.
The depths of the media sees no evil. Buildings crashing 9/11, no sake for the people. Children take to everything. Others willing to feel anything just to say they were there. Boyfriends, girlfriends, husbands, wives, domestic violence. Do you care? When the curtains close, your head hangs low. You're wishing someone was there. Just turn to me for relief. I know how you feel. I am you. You are me. We share symptoms of the black sheep. Aren't you aware?
This image, I remember howling winds, nights trying to hustle to 10 degrees, ash on my knuckles. Coke in my long john, sipping on the brisk. A tall glass, a nigga, please, we get a sip of this. Coke in my long john, slave to the sin. Call me young coke there if the cops try to frisk. I may get a grip, I may get a grip. I may slapping 20s, lots of tails and some shrimp. I used to bump Wayne all day as a pimp, now I'm past Wayne, Drake, I'm going in.